Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'll be explaining and breaking down 4 reasons why you're probably not improving at Fortnite. Now if it doesn't apply to you, maybe one of these will, so make sure you keep watching. Because if you're frustrated with the lack of progress you make in Fortnite, you're not really the only one that has this problem. In fact, many players struggle to improve at the game and some have even quit. But don't worry, today your boy Eisen will show you and tell you top 4 reasons why you're not progressing in Fortnite or not getting to your skill cap of where you need to be. I'll be going over some things that could be happening in game and some that could be happening outside of the game. If there are any things I left out, be sure to tell me in the comments and I'll put it in another video. With all that being said, let's really get into it. Firstly, think about how consistently you're practicing. You gotta understand, improvement is not something you can do overnight. Some pros like Booga, Clicks, and Kanata spend, if not a little bit of time in creative for at least 1 to 3 hours. Now I know what you guys are gonna be saying in the comments. Will I be putting in 10 hours or maybe even 3 hours into creative? Well, that's all good and all chill, but you have to know what you're practicing. You have to know what you're going into creative doing. Because pros like Clicks, Booga, and Kanata, they all know what they're going to go into doing. Work on some free building, editing, aiming, shooting, because they know what they're going to do, and it takes them that little bit amount of time. So if you can go into game and start to narrow down what you can do and what you can improve on, make sure you go in and you do those things for that amount of time. Get a piece of paper and a pencil and write down what you need to work on and how you're going to work on it with the 1 to 3 hour window. This will force you to put a little bit of time in and narrow down what you need to work on. So I recommend this list of things you should work on screen for your building, your editing, your aiming, crosshair placement, and I'll make a video on some of these things on the list. So be on the lookout for that. And take your time with this. It's not something you can do overnight. The next tip you might have heard from the previous how to improvement video you watched, but it's VOD reviewing. Now I know what you're saying. You don't have time to VOD review, I get it. But you gotta understand, by VOD reviewing your game, this will really set the difference between inconsistent and consistent placement in tournaments. By reviewing your gameplay, you can see what you did wrong and all the mistakes you can avoid and have a different outcome in the near future every time you get into a similar situation. You can even watch some pros gameplay to see what they do right, and you can actually implement into your very own gameplay and adapt it to your style. So you might watch Asian Jeff's gameplay, and as you watch their stream, this got them killed. So okay, write that down. This got them killed, and I'm not gonna do this. Compared to watching them catch a win. Okay, so he did this and that to get a win. So I'm gonna do this very same thing to get the same win. Me and my duo or me and my trio or squad. So make sure you watch back your own gameplay just a little bit to the point where you died. By VOD reviewing, I recommend watching your worst performance ever. I know this seems counterintuitive, but if you watch how you performed in your worst game, you can actually see what you did wrong and you can avoid that in your very next game. Then watch your very best game. See what got you a win and implement that into the very next game you do, and you might actually cop the same win. So make sure you're actually watching your gameplay and you take this VOD review seriously. The second to last thing I need to mention, I can't stress enough how important your sleep is. Now I know you want to stay up for 10 hours, little Jim Bob, to put as much time as possible into your game. But listen, sleep is very important. It's very important for your mindset. If you don't get enough sleep, your reaction time will be way slower. You'll be more likely to rage over the smallest mistakes that you can avoid, where you'll say, ah man, well that could have been avoidable. And overall, you're just going to be doing yourself more harm than what you're doing to yourself good. So, little Jim Bob, do me a favor, put down the G Fuel, stop chugging so much coffee, go lay down, and get a good night's rest. Your body and your mind will thank you later. Last tip for your improvement is just believe in yourself. Believe me, self-confidence is crucial to your mindset. It's always good to criticize yourself when identifying your own mistakes, but it's another when you just generally put yourself down for no reason. Okay, so you made a wrong edit or a bad peek on accident. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world, it just means you made a bad peek. Having low self-esteem really caps a player from improving, and it can even cause you to win less games, which will put you in a more downward spiral position, which will cause you to be more angry, put you in a more terrible mood, and overall just makes you an angry person just because you made one little mistake. If you can practice self-confidence and go into every game like, I know I'm gonna win, I know this drops up like the back of my hand, and this will really help if you're confident in your fighting and your game smarts, or one or the other. You should be confident in yourself as a player. You gotta remember, it may be mentally challenging and it may be mentally draining. All you have to do is believe. If you believe in yourself, you're more likely to win more games and become overall to be a happier person, instead of just rage quitting at every death. Which comes back to my point, is to get enough sleep, VOD review your game, and put in as much practice as possible. Like I said, I have a list of things you can do to improve at the game mechanically. But with all thus being said, that's going to be it for me. Thank you to everyone who subscribed to my videos. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.